I have this monitor here, the repair job from yesterday. Right there. We'll unclamp it and have a look to see how that worked. And then we got an email to take a look at and some channel comments to respond to. And I'm looking for SpeakerBot to speak. Come on, here you go.
DougBot said I'm working here.
Yes, so that gives me that confirmation. Oh, I don't even have a monitoring tab open. I'll go open that and then we'll get straight to this monitor. So 1 in chat if you think it's going to be good news. 0 in chat if you think it's going to be bad news. This is the epoxy job from yesterday. Here I'm checking on my audio confirmation. See, Alice thinks there's going to be a problem. Brian, John thinks it's going to be good. Scott, problem. Greg, problem. Let's go get you guys on record. Here they are. There's mixed opinions. So here we'll switch over to the keyboard cam. Now this, I had it up on the shelf. Where? Yeah, that one. Overnight, I haven't touched it except to bring it back down. Haven't taken a close look at it. So I don't know. You're going to find out with me. Take my tape off. This is just packaging tape. Wow, I intended to pull that off slowly, but it got to a certain point and then just said, I'm done. I'm ready to be out of here. All right, operating the hinge. I don't see any movement on that base plate. And it's really a pretty clean looking job. You'd be hard pressed to be able to recognize that there's any epoxy in there by comparison to the hot glue technique. I'm pulling up my zoom controls. Oh, it's already zoomed in. All right, I guess I got to bring it down. And then fix the focus. You can hardly see that epoxy around the side of it. Since the screws are still in place because the nuts were still on the screws, 3 screws, it just looks like it's screwed in the way it normally would be. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Feels solid. Now I loosened up the nut on the end of this and also the hinge on the other side. I loosened it so the hinges aren't quite as stiff. Usually it would take like 2 hands to be able to do that kind of movement that you just saw me do. I'm going to go back and fix that focus again, get that back to normal focus for there. I think I'm going to be able to still adjust the focus, the tension on that hinge if I need to. Yep. Turn it around, Doug. It's this way. Right? I wasn't really planning to reassemble this during the show because I've got other things I want to do. And where does that go? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do this later because I got other stuff I want to do, and I think I'm just going to take too long to accomplish that. But my intention is I'll reconnect it and then test the hinge strength while this bezel is still disconnected, because I can still get in here with my nut driver and adjust the tension on the hinges. Yeah, so I'm going to do that later. I've got other stuff that I want to get taken care of because I've had a bunch of channel comments that I have not been attending to because they weren't really questions, more of comments. Although now there is a question or two. Scott says, I'm glad it looks good. Greg M, boot him up. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that now. I might have that for you tomorrow. The hinges need some tension to that weight of the screen, allows it to stay whatever position it's open without flopping full open or full close. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned that I've loosened it too much, because when I try to operate those hinges, just the hinge itself without having the leverage of the lid, they're really, really stiff. And now it feels a little bit too easy to me. John Williams says, good job. I don't think I'm going to need to loosen it some more, but I will give you a follow-up on that tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to move over to an email that came through. I caught that came in this morning. Let me come back here and tell you when that came in. I've copied the content to Microsoft Word. Yeah, it came in at about 20 minutes ago. I'm double checking that. Yeah, 20 minutes ago is all. And this is from Craig Wilson. And his email this morning says, thanks for all the troubleshooting steps. I believe the problem has been solved. One of the suggestions was to check the event viewer. I saw that there was an event kernel power with an ID of 566, category of 268. I did the research on possible fixes. One of the suggestions was to run the check disk /r, which I did, and that appears to have fixed the problem. I'm pretty skeptical about that. Now, we're going to get to what the problem was, because I'm sure you don't remember that. But check disk to fix the problem that you're about to be reminded of, that's hard for me to buy. Thanks again for your help and all the help from the chat room. Of course, you're welcome. But let's see if it really holds out as a long-term solution. I hope this may be helpful, but to others who may have the same annoying problem. I've deleted his actual email address. The original issue. I've got an issue that may be useful for your show. One of my systems is driving me crazy with the sound of USB devices connecting, even when I'm not connecting anything, and then makes the sound of unplugging a USB device even though I'm not unplugging anything. What I have noticed is that it only makes these annoying sounds after my monitor goes dark. In my power settings, I have the monitor to turn the screen off after 2 hours. Not long after the screen goes dark, it begins making these annoying sounds at random times. If you were with us during this conversation yesterday or the day before, I think you'll recognize it at this point. I've gone in the device manager, untick the box, allow the computer to turn off this device, yada, yada, yada. So he's saying that yeah, there's nothing else there. So what he's saying appears to have been the solution was check disk /R. Yeah, I can't buy that. Let's see if that really holds out for you. And this was Craig Wilson. I don't think Craig participates in chat, do you? If so, is it under a different name? I'm thinking he's not with us in chat, which means I should have done a timestamp link and I forgot. So I'll have to do that after the show. Check disk /R on what? His hard drive or thumb drive? Well, that's a fair question now that you say it. Except that, no, this wasn't a thumb drive issue. This wasn't a thumb drive issue at all. USB devices, he's not connecting anything. There is nothing connected. There is no USB flash drive connected. Makes the sound of unplugging a USB, even though I'm not unplugging. There's nothing connected. So it's check disk on the C drive. I think that's a safe conclusion. All right. I'll come next to channel comments. I'm going to start from the bottom up. I was trying to figure out a slicker way of doing this, but no. This one about the setup of Windows 11, I had held on to this for a while thinking I would make a video of that, and that's kind of out the window. It's just not going to happen for me making special topic videos. They produce a lot of views, but they don't really seem to bring in a whole lot of regular viewers, and they take a heck of a lot of work to do. So I don't see me doing that anytime soon, and I do have this one completely committed to memory. So Greg M, thank you for that again, and you have seen me utilize that a few times. So I don't need to even do a timestamp for that. Now, when I refresh this after doing the thumbs up and the heart, I don't have to leave a comment. I just refresh it, and that takes that one off of my pending list. And this other one from Greg M was about the Windows 10, and I was connected to a couple Windows 10 computers this morning, and doggone me for not checking. Can anybody confirm if that issue is still there on Windows 10 when you go to the About page under Help to see if it still is claiming to be version 2009, to be September of 2020, which is totally wrong. That only came up, I think, from the cumulative update a month or two ago. So I'm still going to hold on to that one for a little bit. Then let's do a video link for this one. Thumbs up and a heart and a reply. 7Cs, are you here in chat? Yes, you are. There you are. Looks like have you changed your name some more? Tiona or Shap? German and English. I'm reading his channel name in chat. So here what he says, well, the channel name that shows up in comments is different than the channel name that shows up in chat. Thank you very much, YouTube. This was from the Saturday show. Damn, I missed it. Sadly, I couldn't do much input anyway because mouse at main machine broke. And yeah, seems like it has a wiggle contact. Gotta wait when I upgrade, getting a good mouse again. So I guess he's upgrading his mouse or maybe the whole computer. Funny that the second mouse I've got has got dropouts. If you're moving too fast in a game, It's really slow, then pretty awkward on how that sensor works. I'm assuming, Seven, that you already know where to go to make adjustments to your mouse travel speed, and some mice have different adjustment options you can do. It's a Corsair Harpoon RGB Pro, but I hope you had a good stream. Certainly did. Thank you. Postscript. I recently created a new game in Cities Skylines. Now, I don't know Cities Skylines. I'm assuming that's a game where you can create your own environment, perhaps. Maybe that's what you mean by you created a new game. On the Seven Seas or Seven Lakes map, because there's no joke, a map called that. So I'm ready to sail the Seven Seas. He had sent me a email explaining the genesis of his name, and it had to do with testing various different mods in a game, and he had gravitated to these odd kind of names. And when I tried to figure out what am I going to call you, I saw the C7. I thought Seven Seas, as in a sailor, and he's kind of adopted that. So I did want to read through this on air just to make sure that you know of the settings changes you can make for the mouse, and then also some mice, and I don't quite understand how to determine which are which. Some mice work better on certain surfaces than other surfaces. And I've had it happen with the mice that have the, am I going to call that? It's not infrared, LED
Read chat, please.
light, whatever. I've seen some of them work good on a mouse pad. Some fail totally on a mouse pad and work from the desk surface itself. So play around with different surfaces. If you have a surface that has some kind of graphic elements to it, and I've seen this like on a mouse pad that has grid lines or some kind of graphics in the mouse pad itself, that some of these mice don't work well with that. So try your mouse on a different surface. See if that does anything for you. Since you are in chat, maybe you're able to test that during the stream today. So I'll click that reply. And in case you didn't catch this yet, Seven, that even if you're in chat, I will reply with a timestamp because maybe somebody else reading your comment would like to go see my response to your comment. So it's not all about you. Of course it is. Now, Adam, and there's a couple others I want to respond to together. So I'm going to hold off on Adam for a little bit. Another one from Seven. See, I'm shortcutting your name even more. Now it's like 7 of 9 from Star Trek Next Generation, just calling you Seven, because I think they called her Seven, right? And he says, I got you now. Whoops, wait a minute. Video link, thumbs up, heart, reply, paste the link, and I can click reply.
Read chat, please.
Once I refresh the page, then this one disappears. Star Trek Voyager. Oh, that's right. That wasn't Next Generation. That was Voyager. Jerry, what was her last name? The actress's name? What Seven says here, I have got you now on my recommended tab. Hope that does anything. And I did a little, yeah, Jerry Ryan. Thank you, John. I did a little checking on this recommended tab. There is no recommended tab in YouTube. So I'm thinking what it means is recommended videos, like when you finish a video and it gives you that panel of videos. He might be thinking that recommended tab, or the videos that show down on the right side, or the home page, what videos are shown up. But there's no actual tab called recommended that I can find, or even I did some searching for that. I asked the AI as well as Google. And they just said, well, maybe this is what he means. So I think what this is meaning, it just showed up as recommended. So if a person watches my channel, my videos should start showing up even if they don't subscribe, even if they don't watch the video all the way through. You can prove this to yourself by watching videos on other channels that you don't subscribe to, and then see if they don't show up once in a while, because YouTube is saying, hey, do you want to try this again? Hey, try this video from that channel. Maybe you like that. So I think that's what you're referring to there, I guess. Now he says, oh, I think he's giving me a better explanation of what he meant by that. Now you can put your favorite YouTubers onto your site. If you go to my channel, you find it there. You can also rename that section as well to something you like. So it's like what you're recommending to other people is on your favorites. So if I click the 3-dot menu, any of the small handful of you that are moderators on my channel should be able to do this too, to go to his channel. And let's pause this. So I guess this is this? Yeah, this is you. Tynor, is that actually your name? I hope you don't mind me showing off your site. For you. And then popular videos, and then other channels. I think this is what he means. Other cool channels. So you've listed this on your channel as essentially other channels that you're recommending. So thank you. Thank you for that. Very kind of you. And thanks for the explanation. Shall we promote your channel a little bit more since you went to that effort? Let's see, what does this tell us about your channel? Something about games and unboxings. I'm going to guess some German language. Okay, very good. So check out his channel, folks. And if I haven't made it clear, I don't think I've said it very recently, is you're all welcome to promote your own channels or other channels. It's very helpful if you give some kind of, don't just put the link, but say something. Is it something you're wanting me to check during my show because of it's on point about my topic, or just, hey, check out my channel? Let's see. Didn't want to promote, but kind of did. Sorry, that's okay. I wasn't supposed to. I can't quite make that out. That wasn't supposed to go and unsubscribe my channel. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to hold off on that one a little bit. Oh, the AI is wrong. I had a really great success story with AI a couple days ago, and I've got it flagged to talk about. I'm not going to do that now, though. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll just hit those right there. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That takes that off the list. This one I want to respond to in a little bit. This one a little bit. I'm going to do some of these as a group.
Read chat, please.
Scott says, anyone have Windows Store update errors? They show up in computer reliability. Okay. So that is here. So this is a question coming up live during the stream. So it's taking a priority. And Scott, I'm just going to throw you some points for bringing something up. Yeah, store update, computer reliability. So if you do the Windows key reliability history, And he's having that show up in here, probably after accessing the store. Is that right? You have to actually access the store to see it come up here. And I'm pretty sure none of these have to do with the store because I haven't accessed the store for a while. When you get to that error, come down into this section and look to see if you have something you can click on to get more details and see if that gives you more info. You can send me screenshots and we'll try to address it further during the stream. Let's see, what else can I say about that? Yeah, send me screenshots so we can deal with that more. The likelihood that somebody that's in chat and reading your message today having that problem is really, really small, really, really tiny. So the way to really make use of this resource on this channel is to send me some more content and let's get specific and try to dive into this. Store update errors. Okay, so then if it's during the update, okay, so let's do a store update. So here's if people want to test their own computers to see if they are having the trouble. Let's go look for where in the store do we go for updates. I'm looking for a settings. I would think this would automatically update. How about go here to DB? There's settings. Okay, so come up to your profile icon and then settings. This should get us to an update option. App updates. Automatically download and install app updates. They're controlled by Windows updates. So maybe if you have that turned off, then maybe you can manually install updates. Let's see what happens. If I click to this, it's probably going to go straight to Windows Update. Did you mean to switch apps? It's probably not going to do an update right now. Let's come out of this. Here's the version number that I have. So what version do you have, Scott? Wintermute says, click downloads on the side to update all apps. Store update errors. Okay, so I was thinking when he said store update errors, it's updating the store itself, but maybe it's actually the store apps that has the update problem. And let me get to that. Downloads on the side to update all apps. So downloads down here, oh, that blue dot is maybe indicating I have some things to update. So let's run those updates and see if I get an error. Check for updates right up here, it looks like. See, Greg said lower left corner, so that would be for that updates icon. Update all. Let's see, that check mark, I guess. Oh, it's working on it now. So that looks like it completed all of those updates. Then go back to reliability monitor. And I'll refresh this. Microsoft, your phone has an error, but I think I had that. Nope, this one was Adobe Acrobat. Okay, so I think next you could give us some more detail about what error you're getting, when is that happening. We can go down that road further if you care to. There's Alice promoting a channel that she likes. You should do some support now too. I don't know. What are you thinking of offering support through your YouTube channel? Is that what you're saying? Alice had the issue also. What is the issue? Does anybody explain more about what the issue is? All right, well, my time's up. So send me some more information if you want to pursue that further. Jim just left, so I'll catch those another time.
Read chat, please.
Scott, I'm on my phone now. I can send an email later. Errors are your phone, Copilot, Microsoft Office Hub. It just shows up off and on. I have checked most of the fixes it shows. Errors are, okay, the my phone, like the one that I'm having, like I really care about it. Not, but anyway. Failed to install the following update, Microsoft Your Phone. So is that the one you're referring to? Is that the actual error you're referring to? All right, that'll do it. Let's follow up with that on another day. I am planning the normal show tomorrow.
That's Big 10-4.
Scott says, yes, that is the error he's getting. All right. So you can send email to that email address with descriptions of issues that you're having, pictures, screenshots. Myself and the people in the chat room will do our level best to try to help you with it. And I have a redirect set up for a show that Carrie has coming up today. Let's take a quick look at what is that about. Returned. I've got a returned gaming motherboard. Will it be a magic or regret? I think that's what it means, is returned. Yeah, there it is. It was returned by the purchaser, apparently. I'm assuming to Amazon. All right. Have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you've dreamed. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply more deeply VB, like tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. We're tech support supreme. supreme.